Hello everyone, Douglas Macbeth here for the first of my reviews for this running of the book. And nice to see that so many good comments and exchanges of experience have been happening already. There's clearly a lot of people out there with significant experience which they're ready to share, which is ideal. It's what this kind of course is all about. Starting that conversation and building a community of people who can help each other understand what the challenges and opportunities of this area are. So thanks very much for those comments and keep them coming as the course develops. I was reflecting on the conversations that WCC had organised yesterday with Sally Geyer and Rod Woods. I'm not sure if I've got that second name correct, but anyway, very good value about business relationships. It wasn't just about contracts and commercial related functions in business. It was a lot more general than that, a lot about good stuff about leadership in any circumstance, and little about women specifically. But I think part of the message is that the culture is moving from what traditionally in contracting was a very male-oriented, macho type of environment where power was everything, to a much more collaborative approach for your key customers and suppliers at least. And that traditionally is more the stereotype of women's approaches rather than men's. So maybe your time is coming, girls. I certainly hope so. We need some more of that kind of approach. So some key messages that I took from that: the need to lead or work to be in a team where value is recognised and supported. And these teams can be internal teams inside your own function, on the buy side, with suppliers, or on the sell side with your customers. So these teams, and increasingly teams, are very, very important and need to be very much cross-functional. These teams need to work together, and clearly there are challenges if some of your teams are remote working or working from home only part of the time, so there's particular discussions about that. Also an interesting comment that contracts didn't particularly help during the pandemic, but relationships did. But the key other message associated with that is that you do need to have both. You need to have relationships, but you need to have a strong framework, scaffolding almost behind the relationship. And that's what the contract's about. But increasingly there's work being done to make the contracts more like a relationship guide rather than a macho power struggle. So both of those aspects were well covered. Some other interesting comments that I noticed, I particularly liked the one that said the principle should be to reciprocate what you want to feel in terms of interactions and relationships, and a strong message about focusing on the opportunity, not just on control against the contract terms, and essentially to solve problems. And this is where we come back to the key role of the contracts and commercial people, because, and this was a point that was made early on, because they have so much visibility into their own organisation, and in some cases into customers and suppliers as well, they are very valuable people. They know how the business works, they know who to talk to about different things, and that becomes an opportunity to really add value to the business, because this functional area can make things happen that others will find very difficult because they don't have the same networks and the same relationships to build on. So as usual, very good value from this webinar, and I look forward to next week's, and I hope you're looking forward to next week's teachings, learnings and exchanges of ideas. So keep up the good work and keep motivated, and I'll talk to you again at the end of next week. Bye for now.